G'day folks, on today's vlog I'll give you a few tips on how to make your holiday better and save a few bucks along the way.
Okay guys, I'm going to give you some helpful tips or handy tips for if you're coming to Phuket or Thailand or Patong. Always carry 10 baht in your pocket. Now if you're not familiar with the coins in Thailand, that's the silver one with the gold centre, 10 baht. And the reason being is Thailand food. Being in Thailand, you're probably going to be a bit more regular than you normally would be, and you have to pay to go to the toilet here. So 10 baht. Make sure you remember that, okay? Guys, when you're in Thailand, you know, in Phuket and Patong and that, it's an awesome place and it's a lot of fun, and you know, it's going to be a dream holiday probably, but there are things that can really sort of throw a spanner in the works, and here's a couple of them I think. Okay, if you're going to hire a jet ski, be really careful. Right, go to one of the mobs that got a really new looking jet skis and then go over it with your phone, video it, make sure there's no marks or scratches. If there are, highlight them, and then say to the guys, you know, I've heard about scams and that, you're not going to try and charge me for damage that's already done on this jet ski, are you? Right, make sure you highlight that, and then they'll be wary of sort of doing it if they think they can do it to you. Because apparently a couple of the mobs with the shitty jet skis try this stuff just for the money, so, and try and extract money out of you like 40,000, 60,000 baht. It'd really put a hole in your holiday. If you need to hire a scooter, guys, my advice would be go to somewhere reputable. There's a few good places here, but just check out the condition of their scooters. If they all look really good condition, hire them. Don't go to these places where their scooters are absolute junk and cheap as chips. You're better off paying a few extra bucks, get a safe scooter, but also take a video of it and make sure that it's got no damage, because you don't want to be taking it back and them trying to hit you up for you know, saying you damaged it. So, and that kind of thing does go on, the same as jet skis, okay? Okay, another handy tip, guys, food. Okay, if you like Thai food and that, and you're walking around the streets in Thailand or Phuket, Patong, and you're walking up the main drag and you see restaurants and think the food's good, and it probably is, but hang out and try one of the side streets, because you'll find that some of the side streets have great restaurants and they're a lot cheaper than the ones on the main drag. Check out Soy Sensabai and some of those places, because I've been told the food up there is really good and at good prices. Sometimes you'll find that you've been here and you've been eating Thai food and it's a bit spicy for you and your stomach's paying the price. You know, you just want something normal. If that's the case, 7-Eleven's your friend. If you go there, they've got some amazing stuff straight out of the fridge, even toasted ham and cheese sandwiches. 26 baht, about $1 or $1.10 Australian and 90 cents American. They're good. So 7-Eleven's your friend. You can get some good stuff at 7-Eleven. Okay guys, if you're staying at a hotel and the coffee's not great, and it's often the case, like the hotel I was staying at, don't panic, because there are some good places to get coffee, but it's not cheap. Okay, Macca's here has good coffee, so you can always try Macca's, but again, it's not cheap. Coffee Club, and also the Starbucks. So they're all over the place. So yeah, so don't panic. You can get a decent coffee. Okay guys, so you're not going to do anything this day, you're just going to chill out and take it easy. But the beers at your hotel are expensive and the beers at the bars are expensive, you know, 80 or 100 baht each for a small beer. 7-Eleven, small beers 40 baht, $1.60, or large beers 55 baht. So cheap as, but you can't get beer between 2 and 5 o'clock at 7-Elevens or Family Marts. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to have a few beers during the day, you don't want to pay the big prices, 7-Eleven is your friend. It's hot in Patong, even on an overcast day like today. I'm walking on the beach in the morning, it's before 8 o'clock. And it's still hot, like 28, 29 degrees. So you're going to go through a lot of water. Now in Thailand, in Patong, you can't drink the tap water, you have to drink bottled water. Now if you're staying at a hotel, they generally supply you with a couple of bottles of water, free a day, but let me tell you, you're going to go through more than 2 bottles of water a day. Now water at 7-Eleven's cheap. You buy 5 litres of water, 40 baht, $1.60 for 5 litres, and buy bottled water, you'll save yourself a fortune. If you buy it from the hotel, they'll charge you a lot more than that. Same with your soft drinks. Okay guys, so you go drinking, you're partying, and you want to have a good time. You want to get a bit merry, but you don't want to get too drunk, right? I'd advise that you only drink stuff that comes out of bottles or cans. Some of the mixers, the whiskies and stuff like that are absolute rubbish, and I wouldn't touch them with a 50-foot pole. So just watch them. If you get one and it doesn't taste right, don't get any more, because you'll wipe yourself out. You know, I don't know what they use, but sometimes they use some pretty nasty stuff and some people get sick, so just be mindful of that. Eight o'clock in the morning, the Thai national anthem plays. You show your respect, stop, don't walk. And it only goes for 30 seconds or something, so. Okay, another handy hidden, guys, and this is just a bit of common sense. Now, if you're a young fella and you come here to party and have a good time, that's no problem. But what is a problem is if you don't show respect and be a bit decent, you know. So show respect and a bit of decency and you won't have any problems. Around here you never know what could happen, right? And if you be a bit of a dickhead and start trouble, you might see one guy out on the street, but if you start trouble, I guarantee there'll be 10 come around you, and yeah, it's just really not worth the problems, guys. So the Thais will treat you good if you treat them good, but you're being an absolute idiot, you're asking for trouble. Okay guys, so a lot of guys come here, and they come here, you know, to have a bit of fun and meet ladies and that type of thing. Yeah, that's you know, expected here. It's not a huge deal. But what is a problem is if you go to a bar and you go with a lady, all good, no problems. But if you're going to do the same thing the next night and try and go with another lady, you're going to be asking for trouble. So, you know, that humiliates the ladies here. So I'd say if you're going to do that, make sure you go to a different bar, because you're going to end up in a world of trouble and the girl's going to be very, very angry. G'day guys, another tip for if you like walking along the beach and you're planning on walking along Patong Beach, do yourself a favour and get here in the late morning. Although it's a bit hotter, the beach will be a lot cleaner. So you get a lot of rubbish and crap that gets washed up on the beach early. The guys get out and they clean it all up, and so by the time you get out 9 or 10 o'clock, it looks beautiful. But anything before that, you might see rubbish bags or rubbish on the beach. So sometimes not too bad, other times it's really not nice. So anyway, just another tip, I'd say walk along the beach after 9 o'clock. So guys, if you like my videos and you like my channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just give us a thumbs up, hit the notifications bell, and leave a comment in the comments. Now if you like my Bungalow Road videos, I don't get paid for them because they are classed as adult, and there's stuff that YouTube doesn't want to show you or doesn't want me to show you, so they won't put ads on it and they won't pay you for them. But if you like them, you can always buy me a coffee. There's always a buy me a coffee link in the description of all the videos, and that goes a long way to helping me out. So for those that do buy me coffees and that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Up and coming soon, I'm going to start a Patreon channel. So there's a lot of stuff that I shoot on YouTube, or I can't show you on YouTube, but I'm just going to do an unedited version of the videos and all the stuff that I have to cut out, so it won't be cut out. So if you're interested in that, it'll be on Patreon coming soon. Yeah, we can show you some of the stuff that we don't show you on YouTube.